Hello! Like many people, we went to Minecon recently. One of the things we had hoped to do there was check out HoloLens. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do that, so we decided to make our own.
Alright, so this is our HoloLens here. Does look quite similar to an iron helmet, I have to admit, but we're going to ignore that and I'll pick it up and head over here to our table where we're going to project our HoloLens image. So if I go ahead and put on the helmet, as you can see, we are greeted by a welcome image, and we have the option to turn the display on and off. So if I turn it on, there we go, that pops up the area where I was just stood with Kim and where she is stood. Now, if I turn on player tracking, then we can see that Kim pops up. She is represented in our HoloLens by this rather creepy looking floating head, and we can see her moving around the map, and if she interacts with blocks, for example if she starts punching out this tree, then we should see that get updated as she does it, more or less. Now that is quite strange to watch, so I'm going to turn that off and we'll look at the other features. Now, we also have the option to move around the world and view it as we like. We can move south, east, north, west, and up and down like so. It is not the fastest to update, but it is a development kit, so what do you expect? Let's have a look underground and see if there's any... Oh, yeah, we've got a strange cave with what looks like a dirt creeper in it, which is perfectly normal, I think. Let's go up and we'll not speak of this again. As well as being able to view our world and travel around and see what's going on, we can also interact with it if we turn on edit mode. So if I turn that on, then we get a similar menu which enables us to move this cursor around, which is basically a lapis block. And once we've moved that cursor to a place where we decide that we want to place a block, we can stick something there. So I'm going to move this down here. It'll take a while. This is the laggiest part of it, unfortunately. And I'm going to start placing some log blocks here, and we should eventually see them update on the HoloLens as well as updating in the real world where Kim is. We wait, and there we go. There's one of my log blocks and another one. Probably I should think about maybe adding some leaves to these to try and make it look like some kind of dwarf tree or something, I don't know. But I mean, that is pretty much it. It's not the most efficient machine that we've ever made, but it is quite an interesting concept, and we did have fun making this. And you can view the world and interact with the world in a similar fashion to you would with HoloLens. It's an amusing concept, but completely impractical. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the display now, and there we go, it disappears, and that's it. I'll take off the helmet, chuck it back, and let's have a look at how it works.
Now, unfortunately, there is no way to identify block types in Minecraft without checking for each type individually. So that's why we've got all of these command blocks here. And that's half the reason this is so laggy. The other half of the reason it's so laggy is because our display here is made up of 729 armor stands, each holding a block corresponding to the block type out in the Minecraft world. If you've seen our digital photo frame video, this is essentially the same concept, only in 3 dimensions instead of 2. All of those command blocks we saw are checking the 729 blocks in a 9x9x9 cube around a reference armor stand that we've called center for 6 different block types out in the world, and then updating the blocks these armor stands are holding to model the world. As Spork showed us earlier, interacting with the map is as easy as clicking on these on-screen controls. The map is moved by teleporting our reference armor stand, center, and updating the display to reflect the changed scene around him. Player tracking works by summoning a tracking armor stand and constantly teleporting it to the player's location in the world, and then yet more command blocks check for the location of that tracking armor stand relative to center, and then it teleports a marker armor stand holding a player head to the appropriate spot in the display. Phew. Edit mode works similarly to player tracking, only instead of constantly teleporting the tracking armor stand to the player, it is moved by clicking on-screen commands to teleport it one block in the indicated direction. Selecting a block type to build in the world will execute a set block command of that type in the tracking armor stand's location. And that's about it. It's a relatively simple concept, but incredibly resource heavy. So much so that we had to make this video over a LAN connection, because this killed the server we normally use for recording our videos.
So there we go, that was our attempt at trying to make a HoloLens in Minecraft that we could play Minecraft on in Minecraft, which seems really useful. And it was pretty compact and pretty light on resources. I thought we might even be able to fit it into one command block, who knows? Well, yeah, everybody knows, really, don't you? So, anyway, thank you very much for watching, and as always, well, we hope to see you next time.